Hello, I'm Patricia Eagle, author of Being Mean, a memoir of sexual abuse and survival, published in 2019 by She Writes Press. I'm going to read a chapter that's from the second half of the book called The Hole in My Head. This chapter is also on my website, patriciaeagle.com. I'll be reading excerpts of this chapter. 1998, age 45, Houston, Texas. What is it you most want to work on together? Jean, my new therapist, puts the onus of our time spent in counseling sessions on me. For the past 7 years, when I tried to sort through my memories of abuse, I could barely function as a stepmother, a wife, or a teacher. I could not function as a human who needed to do laundry, start a grocery list, put together lesson plans, make sense of a teen son, or keep a marriage together. After 4 counselors, a couple of psychiatrists, 2 incest support groups, then 5 years without therapy, I'm finally back for help. Jean is an Einstein look-alike, peering out over the top of silver-rimmed glasses, a mop of gray hair on top, and a bushy mustache hovering over his upper lip. His is a face that has worn many smiles. A tattered puppet hangs from the ceiling, a leg and arm lifted higher, the character caught in motion. Already I sense a long, successful working relationship with this chap. Jean and I gradually broach my painful and confusing memories. With his guidance, I slowly begin to question why I never cried rape. As a girl child, I didn't know that word. Later, as a grown woman, I thought rape was only forced penetration of the vagina with the penis, rather than forcing someone into any type of sexual activity. What I'm able to remember is how my dad and I masturbated together, although I did not know that word either at the time or understand what we were doing. This is just a little something that will help us relax, Dad told me. As a child, I didn't think there was anything I could do to change the way things were. Dad's inappropriate yet seemingly affectionate touching confused rape with love, and what we did together often felt good, while at other times I would be afraid. My fear felt normal. I never knew if Daddy was going to be nice or mean. And it was in the aftermath, whenever he ignored me or acted like I had done something wrong, that I became most confused. As a little girl, and later as a young woman, I worked hard at not feeling anything, at being numb. Shame, however, settled into the very core of my being. Having memories surface and sorting through them over and over is almost as crazy-making as stuffing them down. Where do they bubble up from, and how can things from so long ago wreak such havoc in my brain, in my soul, in my spirit, in my life? I asked Jean how I can ever trust such distant, painful memories to be true, especially after shutting them out for so long. Well, we won't ever find the smoking gun, he said, but I sure can see the hole in your head. With Jean's wise yet blunt guidance, and in the company of his tattered puppet, I slowly become less fearful about exploring that hole in my head. I begin to acknowledge the bewildered child, adolescent, then young woman who blundered her way into a tumultuous adulthood. At last, here at middle age, I am discovering that some of the best tools for survival are having the courage to be open to what I have lived, forgiving myself, and accepting that this work may take a lifetime. And that it does. Being Mean, a memoir of sexual abuse and survival. Thank you.